Joel A. Barker once said, "Vision without action is merely a dream. Action without vision just passes time. But vision with action, however, can change the world." Over the past 18 years, class, we have grown up at a time where there has been great triumphs. A social media revolution has unfolded before our eyes. We can instantly see what is going on and communicate with people across the globe. This was not even thought possible 50 years ago. Extreme poverty has been reduced by 50% since 1990, and people have better access to medical help than ever before, and globally people are living longer and better lives. The United States homeless rate has been declined by almost 20%, all during our lifetimes. But it is no secret that this era has been faced with many challenges. Terror attacks are constantly writing headlines of newspapers, and it seems like we are constantly seeing riots and increased violence. World hunger continues to rise as 1 out of every 9 people in the world do not know if they will ever eat again. Of the 7 billion people in the world, 3 billion remain in poverty, making less than $2.50 a day. 1.3 billion live in extreme poverty, which is half of that. Of the 1.8 billion that are between the ages of 10 and 24, half of these young people survive on less than $2 per day. And more than 250 million people will never have the opportunity to attend school. We have been very blessed right here in West Point, Alabama. Class of 2018, we have a world to change out there, but we have a lot of people telling us that we can't do it. And don't believe them for a second. I've never believed one in my life. Don't ever let anybody tell you that you can't change the world, no matter what your age is, young or old, graduating or not. You can do something great. You can beat the odds. You can make an impact on a life. You can change the world, let me tell you. You can invent something. It is no secret that this world needs some hope. It needs people to stand up and to make a difference. It needs someone to change it. And whether this world were admitted or not, they are looking for us to do so. While we may only make up 20% of the population, we are 100% of your future. Through all the negativity we hear on a daily basis, I believe that we, right here, are going to be the generation that does this, that we are going to do what everyone says that we cannot do, and we are going to change the world. I really believe that. But how do we do so? Where do we even start? We can start with simply being kind. Whenever you have the chance to do so, be kind. And if you have the chance to be really kind, then do that too. It can change the life of a person who is in a point of struggle in their life if we stop to give the beggar something to eat, or if we make sure that the person broken down on the side of the highway has been able to call for help, or simply brighten the day of an individual with something as small as a compliment. If we just do these small acts of kindness, we have the potential to not only change the course of a person's day, we can change their entire outlook on life. You don't have to travel the world or live in Washington, D.C., or New York City to make an impact. You have the greatest knowledge and influence in your own backyard. There are almost 450 students enrolled in this school, many more than that here today. If you all go out there and just make a difference in one life, imagine the change that we can see in this community, that we can see in this world. It starts right here, folks. Be kind, and in this way, you can change the world. Be authentic. Be authentic in everything you do. You have a unique value and a perspective on life that makes you inherently amazing. No one else in the universe is like you. You are one of a kind. If you bring your true, authentic self to every situation, you may find it is just what they needed. Authenticity creates higher levels of empowerment, creativity, and an overall well-being, which is a great place to be when you're helping somebody. As Howard Thurman once said, do not ask what the world needs, ask what makes you come alive, because what this world needs is people who have come alive. To make a change, to make a difference, you must be the change that you are wanting to see in the world. How else are we going to change this place? And how else can you do that? How else can you truly be great than being who you really are? Be yourself, and in this way, you may one day change the world. Change your dreams. As you see, many here today are about to receive their high school diplomas. Several are going to go on to attend college and pursue a degree. We have got an education, and that is great. But if you don't use your gift, if you don't do what you are called to do, that education is only going to take you so far. The only way you're ever really going to soar in life is if you jump. If you don't ever take that leap of faith and chase doing what you love, you're just going to go to work for the rest of your life. And if you're getting up every single day, going to work on a job that you hate going to, then what are you even doing? Why do you even do it? Do what you love. The only way you're ever really going to soar in this life is if you jump, folks. If you don't ever take that leap of faith and chase doing what you love, why even do it? Don't chase money, chase the dream. If you walk into a restaurant and shout to everyone that you have $1 million in your bank account, nobody, including me, is even going to turn around and acknowledge you're existing. You walk in there and shout that you just walked on the moon, however, everybody's going to stand up and applaud for you for the rest of your life. Money is temporary, but greatness seems to live forever. There are people out there in this world that are so poor that the only thing they have is money. Imagine working your whole life for something and the only thing you have to show for it is paper. That's not the kind of life we want to live. That's not the kind of life anybody wants to live. A dream however, gives us something to live for. It gives us a purpose in life. There is nothing more satisfying than achieving something that you've worked tirelessly for. Hard work is going to pay off. There are going to be times where it seems like your goals are never going to happen, but that is when you just push harder. That may be when you're closest to actually getting there. Remember that setbacks may happen, but if you believe that your dream is worth fighting for, you are not going to give up. Do what you love, and in this way, you can change the world. You must fail forward. You are going to fail. You're going to fail time and time again, but if you really love what you're doing, you are not going to give up. Don't ever give up. It seems to me that the most successful people are those who fail the most, because the more you're failing, the more you're trying. And the more you're trying, the more you're putting yourself in a position to be successful. As Thomas Edison once said, I have not failed 10,000 times. I have only found 9,999 ways that will not work. Listen to this. At the age of 22 years old, Oprah Winfrey was fired from her TV reporter job because she was unfit for television. Steven Spielberg was rejected from film school 3 times. This is the greatest grossing filmmaker to ever live. J.K. Rowling was on welfare, the author of Harry Potter, prior to publishing her series. Walt Disney was told that he lacked imagination and a mouse would never be able to work. Elvis Presley tried out for a band called the Songfellows. I've never heard of them. He didn't make it. 2 years later, in 1956, he released his first album, Rock and Roll. Dr. Seuss's initial manuscript was rejected 28 times prior to finally being accepted by Vanguard Press. Imagine if these people would have given up. We would live in a drastically different world. All these are wildly successful people, but notice that what they share most is not their success, it is their failures and how they responded to them, that they did not give up, that they got right back up and they kept trying. It's not what happens to you, but rather how you respond to it, because people do not notice your failures. We never talk about the 8 elections that Abraham Lincoln lost. We talk about the ones that he won. That's how we change the world. Not by succeeding on your first try or waiting on your break, but by chasing after opportunities and giving it your best shot when you're presented with one. And when you fail, you're just going to get right back up and you're going to try again. And one day something is going to work. You can stand on the edge looking over at all of your potential, but if you never take that leap, it's all just going to go to waste. The world will never know the greatness that is within you, that only you have. You may be from small town Alabama. You may be the outlier or the one they say can't change the world, but don't worry about what they say. They don't even matter. Never doubt that a small group of thoughtful, committed citizens can change the world, because really, it is the only thing that ever has. I truly believe that we right here in West Point, Alabama can do this. Classmates, we have as much potential as any 141 people on this planet. We really do. I see a world where people left and right come together and do what is right. A world where people don't have to worry about where their next meal is coming from. A world where poverty is non-existent and no one is left without shelter. A world where everyone has an equal opportunity to education. I see a world where love is our first thought. A world where we see each other as precious, beautiful, and beautifully unique. I know that this may sound like a dream, but this is the world in which I believe. A world where it doesn't even matter what people say, because you're chasing your dreams anyway. Are we going to clean it up or throw it away? Because that is up for us to say. Just remember that each day is a brand new day. And everything you do is the start of something new. This is the world in which I believe. A world where we, class of 2018, change the things. I want to challenge everyone in here today, young or old, graduating or not, to take whatever it is you love and to do it. Quit waiting and putting off your dreams until the next day. Display kindness towards all people. Be yourself. Work your hardest, fail harder, and get right back up and try again. Because one day something is going to work. And what better way is there to change the world than by doing what you love and doing it for the greater good of humanity? It all starts with you. Let's do something great. This world needs you. It needs all of us. I believe in this community. I believe in this town. I believe in everyone here. I believe in the class of 2018, and I believe in West Point, Alabama. May God bless you all. May God bless America, and may God continue to lay His blessings upon West Point, Alabama. Thank you.